When they did the census, they didn't survey us, and we didn't know it was happening. Living guardians are often invisible. Ex-council flats that are pending demolition due to their dilapidated states are some of the more residential properties you can be a guardian of. They are often in a terrible state, and the guardian often has to clean up.
The state of a building can differ depending on the circumstances and cause for squatting. Some buildings are in bad condition because they've been empty for years, but not always.
Council tax is supposed to be covered by my licence fee payments. However, if I wanted to prove that I'm a local resident, I have no proof of my contributions to council tax.
The council tax is split between the adults living in the house.
I live alone, and so I get a discount on my council tax bill.
I live in an office block, so it's impossible to have mail or parcels delivered to my address. It's been empty for a long time, since its commercial use. The agency is capable of losing track of my payment records, and I can be issued with an eviction notice unless immediate payment is received, or I can provide some proof. If my contract is terminated, I can have less than 28 days to leave the property. In the past, I've been given 2 weeks.
If I'm issued with an eviction notice, I have at least 28 days before I have to move out.
I have 24 hours to leave the property I am occupying if I am issued with an IPO.
A safety deposit scheme protects me from losing my deposit at the end of my tenancy, as long as I meet the terms of my tenancy agreement, don't damage the property, and pay my rent bills. The house was inspected for health and safety before I moved in.
My flat was inspected by the council to make sure it was up to standards before I moved in.
I researched the background of the property before I moved in.
Having to live with around 40 other guardians, hygiene, health and safety is not the best.
It is the landlord's responsibility to bring in pest control if there is an infestation.
Pest control is dealt with by the council.
We try to keep the building as habitable as possible during occupation.
If I get locked out, I have to travel a long way to the agency during office hours to collect the key and return it. Breakdowns can take weeks to repair. There's little respect for the new use of the building. I'm living domestically under office building rules. Property managers and other potential guardians can let themselves into the property and my room as long as they have a key, often without notice, leaving me feeling unsafe at all times.
It is illegal for an estate agent or landlord to enter the property without prior notice of at least 24 hours.
It is illegal for a representative from the local council to enter my flat without prior notice of at least 24 hours.
Authorities would need a court order to enter the property while I am inside.